What's cracking? What's cracking, guys? What is cracking? Everybody hit that like button, man. Salute. Super salute, man. I'm in the building, man. Once again, I am in the building again. Um, tonight. Yeah, man, we gonna get critical tonight, man. Hopefully, we have one of the old school shows, man. Again, another day of working on the channel, man. I'd like to you guys to go to the channel. Last night I didn't know that I had it marked as members only. That was a mistake. I meant to make it free so that you guys could see it. I think is that what the case is? I want to ask you guys that, man. When you went over there, when I told you to go over to the website last night, was it marked as members only or was it free? Because I need to know that. Because that's why I'm assuming it was marked as members only, which is why But where we at? Okay, create boost. Yeah. Um, what's going on, Gouch from Below? What's up, Roger W? Gouch from Below. When we went over to the site last night, when you tried to access my website last night, did it say members only or did it say um did it say members only or did it say okay, so this one is free for everyone. Okay, so there we go. We good tonight. I think we good tonight. I think we good tonight. Oh, you looking now? Okay. It said live not available. It says live not available. What the fit up? What the fit up? This is unacceptable, man. But yeah, we gonna figure it out, man. It's always something, man. Just another thing gotta figure out. Just another thing I gotta figure out. Everyone hit that like button, man. We got a great show. Jeez. I'm telling you, man. Okay, the default is sending to you to YouTube if you're not members. Don't worry about it. I'm working on it, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. Jesus Christ, man. But I ain't. The show must go on. The show must go on. I wouldn't have been able to know that unless I went live anyway. So it ain't no big deal. Show must go on.
New at 5, employees at a Gwinnett County restaurant are thankful they're alive after police say a customer opened fire from outside of this restaurant because of his bill.
Open fire because of his bill. Damn, homeboy. Listen, man. And I think to myself, what a dangerous world. Yo, they literally will shoot you for anything, man. Over the bill, bro. Think about that, man. You at a restaurant, you busting tables. Some other waiters and waitresses are busting other tables. All of a sudden, man, you hear some son man squabbling about his bill. A few minutes later, he come back and shoot up the whole damn restaurant. Try to hit anybody, don't care who he hit, customers, staff, anybody. He come back and just shoot at the building. You can't have that, man. Press 1. You cannot have that in civilized society, man. You can't have that, man. You can't have society, and you can't have that. You can't have that, man. Gal Schmillo, go see if you can access the channel now, Gal Schmillo. Gal Schmillo, see if you can access the channel now. See if you can would you please, Gal Schmillo? Would you please see if you can see the live stream now on my channel? Yeah, this is scary. Yeah, it's scary angry. Like, yo, like you mad that you're just gonna shoot up the whole establishment? You don't care if you hit other customers, other diners. You don't care if you hit staff that wasn't serving you. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is where they take us. They take us to the deep end because you're supposed to be like, yo, it's under no circumstances do you shoot up a restaurant for poor service. But they take us so far into the deep end where it's like they take us so far to the deep end where they take us so far deep in where you almost excuse that part. You're just like, hey man, don't shoot anybody else. Like, don't shoot people that had nothing to do with your bill. That's how deep they take us into the deep end, and you don't realize it when you're getting dragged out to the deep end. You don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize it. You just your feet ain't touching the ground, so you swimming. So it's like as long if your feet ain't touching the ground, your feet ain't touching the ground. So you don't know how deep you are. So it's easy to drag you out into the deep end. Man, this is absolute crazy. This is insane. And he's gonna get a bond. When they catch him, he's gonna get a bond. He's gonna get a bond. It's like he's gonna your bond is set at $50,000. What? Your bond is set at $20,000. Your next court date is in 3 months. Like what? What?
New at 5, employees at a Gwinnett County restaurant are thankful they're alive after police say a customer opened fire from outside of this restaurant because of his bill. Tell Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson's live on Pleasant Hill Road. And Matt, the owner told you this has had a real impact on her team.
And you can see the aftermath of the violence right here behind me. Now, police say this customer was arrested within hours, but still, it left the employees shaken here and thankful that they're still alive.
My heart is very heavy.
Behind wooden boards covering shattered windows sits Harold's Chicken and Ice Bar on Pleasant Hill Road. The restaurant owner told me over the phone she couldn't sleep when she heard someone put her employees in danger during a drive-by shooting.
It just takes one bullet, and it could have went.
How did I know it was a Sun restaurant? How did I know? How did I know that it was a Sun restaurant? How did I know? How did I know? How did I know?
Left. I just thank God that no one was hurt.
Gwinnett County Police say 48-year-old Lehman Carter now faces 10 counts of aggravated assault.
He ain't even a YN, man. He a ON. He a ON, man. This nigga ON. Jesus Christ, man. Yo, you can have them or you can have civilization, man. You gotta pick one, man. Press one. You have to pick one. You cannot have both. You cannot have both. Press one. You cannot have both. You cannot have both. You have to choose one. Okay. All right. You have to choose one or the other. Them civilization. Them civilization. Them civilization. Like, seriously, man. Yo, crazy. This is bananas. Yo, I just realized that though, man. I was like, yo, it just dawned on me, yo, you cannot have both. You can't have both, man. You have to pick one. You have to pick one. That is sad, man. Oh, bug-eyed fool. I'm going to let it play all the way through, man, for everybody that just got here.
New at 5, employees at a Gwinnett County restaurant are thankful they're alive after police say a customer opened fire from outside of this restaurant because of his bill. Tell Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson's live on Pleasant Hill Road. And Matt, the owner told you this has had a real impact on her team.
And you can see the aftermath of the violence right here behind me. Now, police say this customer was arrested within hours, but still, it left the employees shaken here and thankful that they're still alive.
My heart is very heavy.
Behind wooden boards covering shattered windows sits Harold's Chicken and Ice Bar on Pleasant Hill Road. The restaurant owner told me over the phone she couldn't sleep when she heard someone put her employees in danger during a drive-by shooting.
It just takes one bullet, and it could have went left. I just thank God that no one was hurt.
Gwinnett County police say 48-year-old Lehman Carter now faces 10 counts of aggravated assault for firing a Mac 11 submachine gun into the restaurant just after 2:30 in the morning on Sunday.
This had just something to do with a customer that was inside, and they could not pay their bill.
Police say Carter shot several rounds through the glass door and windows just after the restaurant closed and after leaving upset. Investigators say 10 people were still inside.
We did have security. We're going to do everything possible to make people feel safe.
Gwinnett County police arrested Carter within hours, along with 35-year-old Alyssa Amos, who police say drove the getaway car.
Yo. Yo.
They drove the getaway car. Carter remains in jail on additional charges for being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm.
It shouldn't go south where somebody that made just a horrible, horrible decision could possibly put a business out of business because of something like that.
For Bobby Robinson, she hopes support from the community will prove resilience can outlast violence.
You know, I've been here for 5 years, and just take back our community.
Now, the
Okay, bitch. Okay, bitch. You heard what she said? Listen to what she said. Listen to what she said. Listen to what she said.
can outlast violence.
You know, I've been here for 5 years, and just take back our community.
Who thinks she's down for taking back the community? What it takes? Who thinks she's okay with what it takes to take back the community? Who thinks that she's down for who thinks she's down for, you know, the measures that need to be taken to take back the community? He said she isn't ready for the whipping post in the town square. Nah, I mean, I'm just talking about like Trump. I'm talking about the National Guard, federal troops, a surge like Memphis, like DC, like what they're about to do in Chicago and Portland. Who thinks she's down for that? Bobby.
Now, the owner says her staff inside did everything right when dealing with this unruly customer, but still this happened in response. As for that suspect, he remains in the Gwinnett County Jail without bond. Live in Gwinnett County, Matt Johnson, Channel 2 Action News.
So glad to hear no one was hurt in this shooting, Matt. Thank you so much.
New details here this afternoon about a deadly shooting inside of this beauty supply store in Compton over the weekend. The LA County Sheriff's Department is telling NBC4 the man who was shot and killed is accused of sexually assaulting a customer before the shooting. NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi joins us live from Compton with reaction now from customers today. Camilla.
Hi, Michael. According to the Sheriff's Department at this time, investigators do not believe that the customer who shot and killed the man did anything legally wrong. The LASD says a man was threatening customers and employees inside when the shooting took place. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is investigating after a customer opened fire on a man inside this beauty store in Compton. The weekend shooting left people shopping here today in shock.
That's awful that happened here in this community.
I thought it was called the beauty supply store, man. How you come out looking like that, man? It's the beauty supply store, man. Ain't it supposed to beautify you?
Beauty store in Compton. The weekend shooting left people shopping here today in shock.
That's awful that happened here in this community. This is the beauty supply store I always go to.
I'm shocked because this place has been here for a long time. I was even coming to them when they were up the street.
Yo, women are crazy, man. Women are absolutely crazy. Women are absolutely, positively Batshit crazy. Press 1.
Street.
It all started Sunday afternoon at the Pink Beauty Supply off of Alondra Boulevard. The LASD telling NBC4 a man who walked in the store sexually assaulted a customer by grabbing her chest. Then the LASD says the man started to throw items at the staff and allegedly made threats that he could kill everybody. Officials say he had caused, quote, some destruction inside. Investigators say people at the store feared for their safety. It was then the LASD says another customer in her 50s shot and killed him.
It's always been quiet. A lot of people come in here and shop. We just get our stuff, go.
A deadly shooting now leaving people who shop here often on edge.
I'm just shocked, really. I'm shocked.
Do you feel safe shopping in here? Well, after what you just told me, no, because I was a customer who shot somebody. So that lets me know that people are packing when they come in here. Yeah.
The LA County District Attorney's Office will ultimately decide whether the customer who shot the man will face charges. I did make contact with the owner of the store today. He's not commenting at this time. He referred me to his attorney. I am waiting for additional updates right now. The LASC says the woman that fired the gun is cooperating with detectives. We're live in Compton. Camilla Rambaldi, NBC4 News.
What's up, John Galt? Jeez.
New tonight, we are learning more about former Oakland Raiders running back Doug Martin, who died in Oakland police custody over the weekend.
His family is revealing some of the mental health challenges that led to the moments before he was detained. And KRON 4's Stephanie Rothman joins us live in the newsroom with more on this situation. Stephanie?
Grand for his family, former agent, and his community back in Idaho, where he played in college. This is a tragic loss. They say it also, though, highlights the importance of mental health and knowing how to help in a crisis.
He was a real genuine heart people person to every and anyone. It's not right. It's not right.
Cara Fino, Martin's longtime friend from his time at Boise State University, says she was shocked by the tragedy and that he is beloved by the community, constantly flying back to Boise throughout the years to give back.
Doug loved everyone. For Christmas, he came to the shop not last year, the year before, walks in after feeding hundreds of homeless downtown Boise from Chick-fil-A. When COVID happened, he was going around buying pizzas with face masks. He's a role model for a lot of folks around him.
Ruffino says he mentioned a shoulder injury that he was struggling with a couple years ago, but he didn't reveal his mental health battle.
He said, I have this little medical, but I'll be back. I'm doing better. That's good. And I know it's not easy.
In a statement on behalf of the family, Martin's former sports agent, Brian Murphy, said, quote, privately, Doug battled mental health challenges that profoundly impacted his personal and professional life. Ultimately, mental illness proved to be the one opponent from which Doug could not run. According to Oakland police.
And here's the thing, too, man. It's not like he was having a mental health crisis and the police just came and shot him. He broke into a woman's home at 4:00 in the morning. Like that was the part that got the police. Like he could have been mentally ill for a long time. He could have kept being mentally ill. It was when he broke into that woman's house that created a situation where the police were involved. So now, like, yeah, you mentally ill and stuff, but you're a B&E, a breaking and entering, and we're here to get you. So that was Yeah, his mental illness might have been a big part of it, but if he just would have been mentally ill, wandering down the street, I don't know. Maybe this could have happened. Maybe this could have happened. If he just been mentally ill, wandering down the street, somebody could have called the police on him. Who knows? But it seemed like him breaking into that woman's home had a lot to do with. Salute to Anthony Madison, man, from Australia. We getting more love from Australia than we is from America. Man, support the channel. Hey guys, quick request, guys. Open up the lives. Open up the browser, another tab, and go to Ock Nation News and see if it will let you watch the stream over there. Because last night when I told you guys we're going over there, I was unaware that it didn't let you guys watch the stream over there. I think I fixed it. Could someone please tell me if you're able to watch the stream on the OckNationNews.com website? Just click on the live stream page and it should be right there. Or on the live stream, it should say watching now when you go to the site. Please just tell me really quickly. Can you watch on the Ock Nation? We said not on the Amazon Fire Stick. Damn. I don't know how many people have Amazon. Just basic. I'm talking about like Chrome, Explorer, anybody with a regular web browser. It says stream offline. Jeez. Fuck. Man. Yeah, unfortunately, Doug Martin, man. Feel terrible for Doug Martin, man. Feel terrible for Doug Martin, man. When you get your, when you when you get to that point in life, them nagging injuries get you on a lot of codeine. He probably was on a lot of drugs for that pain, because the pain is no joke, man. With a lot of these injuries, man. A lot of these injuries, the pain is no joke. With a lot of these injuries, the pain is no joke. Everyone hit that like button for me, man. Smash that like button for me, please. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Take the challenge, man. Take the pledge. While I'm fixing this thing, I don't know what the fuck. Every night is something new with this fucking site. I guess it's just gonna be one of those things where just gonna have to keep plugging away, man. I guess it's gonna be one of these things where I just have to keep plugging away, be persistent and patient till I get it right, man. I gotta be persistent and patient. Dog-headed, man. Determined, man. Determination, man. I gotta exhibit determination. You said he earned $22 million, but he's home. Well, I think he was home invading in the midst of a mental health crisis. That's what I'm saying. Like, he broke into that woman's home in the midst of a home. I don't think he was breaking in that woman's home to get anything. I think he might have just broken into her home just on some crazy wilding out shit. And then she called the police on the black man. And she called the police on, you know what I'm saying? Damn, Doug. That sucks, man. That sucks, man. Poor Dougie, man.
Family. Martin's former sports agent, Brian Murphy, said, quote, privately, Doug battled mental health challenges that profoundly impacted his personal and professional life. Ultimately, mental illness proved to be the one opponent from which Doug could not run. According to Oakland police, a call for a medical emergency and a burglary were made at the same time. Doug's parents said they were actively seeking medical assistance for him and had contacted local authorities for support. They said he was feeling overwhelmed and disoriented, fled his home during the night, and entered a neighbor's house 2 doors down. Police say after being taken into custody, Martin became unresponsive and later died at the hospital.
What means could anyone have taken? There has to be something that could have been done. He wasn't given a chance.
Cause of Martin's death has yet to be released, and Oakland police are investigating the incident. Reporting from the newsroom, Stephanie Rothman, KRON 4 News.
New details tonight on the attempted robbery of an armored car outside of a Wawa in Holmesburg on Friday. Tonight, the FBI is looking for 2 men in connection with the crime. Action News spoke exclusively to the agent in charge of the Philadelphia FBI about the new developments and the rash of armored truck robberies in the past several months. Action News reporter Walter Perez live for us now in Center City with the details in that exclusive interview, Walter.
That's right, Shara. The FBI kicked off an initiative this past summer focusing on violent crime in the city, a big part of that centered on those recent armored truck robberies. That effort did bear fruit, but the work is not over yet.
Officials from the FBI say they are looking for the people in these surveillance images. Wayne Jacobs, special agent in charge of the FBI field office in Philadelphia, says They believe these suspects are part of the most recent crime ring involved in an attempted armored truck heist in Holmesburg on Friday.
There's a third crew that we're seeking information about. This is from the October 17th attempted robbery of the Wawa up on Frankfurt Avenue.
At least 2 of the suspects ended up fleeing the scene in a stolen Honda Accord. All 4 are to be considered armed and dangerous. Still, Jacob says he is confident these suspects will be taken into custody.
The point is that the activity won't be tolerated. We'll work aggressively to identify individuals and hold them accountable to the fullest extent of the law.
But this third crew struck not long after 2 other criminal rings were recently busted by the FBI in tandem with local and state police. Over the past few months, there has been a string of armored truck robberies across the Delaware Valley. So the FBI launched an initiative called Operation Summer Heat, in large part to hone in on that trend.
From about June to October, it took us on average about 2 months to identify the individuals responsible and hold them accountable, bring them to justice.
In the meantime, if you recognize the people in those images, please contact the FBI. Reporting live from Old City, Walter Perez, Channel 6 Action News. Shari?
Okay, Walter, thank you.
The car was riddled with bullet holes. Riddled with bullet holes. It was intentional. It was intentional.
Fox 45 News is hearing from a grieving mother after 2 of her children were gunned down inside of a car in Northeast Baltimore. The siblings, a brother and his pregnant sister, shot just steps from the sister's front door. Thank you for joining us. I'm Guy.
I'm Mary Bubala. Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor joins us live from the scene with the latest on the victim's condition and the ongoing investigation. Rebecca.
Mary and Kai, while unfortunately the brother has succumbed to his injuries tonight, despite being shot in the stomach, that mother and her baby now expected to survive. Family members telling us they believe the unborn child was the intended target.
Wow.
Cameron Road around 10:30 Monday night.
I heard
and her baby now expected to survive. Family members telling us they believe the unborn child was the intended target. Along Cameron Road around 10:30 Monday night.
I heard 8 shots in a row.
A quiet northeast Baltimore neighborhood shaken by the sounds of gunfire.
I was just outside, so I'm glad I wasn't caught in the crossfires too.
Overnight, investigators collecting scattered shell casings in and around this blue SUV. This morning, shattered glass and a blood-stained sidewalk left behind.
I'm at the ambulance down here. I was behind them. I seen them when they took my daughter, and then she told me, "Ma, take care of my girls if I don't make it."
Patricia Phillips claiming her children were gunned down inside the vehicle. A violent ambush just steps from her daughter's front door. At the time, a brother helping his pregnant sister pack up and prepare for today's move.
7.5 months pregnant woman, defenseless, and all her brother did was try to protect her.
Phillips' son, 35-year-old Stephen Phillips.
Multiple gunshot wounds through the window. I can't advise how many times he was shot.
Pronounced dead at the hospital.
He was my baby. 35 or not 35. He was my everything, and he's gone.
Meanwhile, her daughter, 31-year-old Destiny Wooten, with her own baby on the way. According to Phillips, the expecting mother shot in the stomach with a bullet traveling through her uterus, liver, and colon. And yet,
the baby didn't have a bruise on him. So the person who wanted to get rid of that baby, the baby still made it. You coward.
Wow.
Oh, I know it is. I know it is.
Phillips saying her daughter and grandson, born 9 weeks early, continue to recover in the hospital tonight as police continue to search for a suspect described over police radio.
We have male with a black hoodie and blue jeans, 5'8" to 5'9", 130, 140 pounds, running up Tunbridge and Midwood Avenue.
Officers later heard attempting to block off traffic to trap the gunman. But tonight, still no arrests, leaving family and neighbors on edge.
I don't do karma. God does that. But just pray the detectives pick you up or just turn yourself in.
It's a tragic and it's sad. You know, my kids being outside, I don't feel safe.
Now citing safety concerns, Phillips didn't disclose where her daughter is moving to, but did say she was already looking for a fresh start. Meanwhile, making matters worse, Phillips says this tragedy all took place on her 55th birthday. Reporting live in Baltimore City.
Wow. Wow. I tell you, man,
We are also hearing from a mother who says several teens robbed her son at gunpoint near Mervo High School Monday morning. She is calling for stronger accountability for young people.
Put some penalties, put something on them to where they know, I don't want to do this no more. Instead of us have to go pick the kids up.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Maxine Stryker.
And I'm Kai Jackson. Our team coverage begins with Vincent Hill and a mother's concerns following this robbery near Mervo. Vincent?
Okay, Maxine, she says she's torn up about what happened to her young son, and now she wants accountability for those who did it. Near the campus of Mervo High School, Monday morning around 11 o'clock.
Had a citizen bus. They were riding past and saw a group of teens wearing masks assaulting a young male.
A call to police about a possible assault, but that assault turning into a nightmare for this mother.
The front passenger side came out with the gun and pointed at my son, and the one on the moped had a gun and pointed it at him.
Her 17-year-old son robbed at gunpoint.
You know, I'm blessed. I'm blessed that he's here right now.
Knocked to the ground, she says, beaten and robbed of his phone, shoes, watch, and hat before the suspects sped off. Fox 45 spoke to her son off camera, who described the suspects as all teenagers. The youngest, he says, 15 or 16 years old. Now emotions over what happened.
And emotional for him. It's emotional for me.
And anger from this mother.
He's supposed to be at school like my son was, and he had to come to this harm.
Especially when it comes to the juvenile justice system.
You gotta teach these kids right now, you're doing something wrong out here, put some penalties, put something on them to where they know, I don't want to do this no more.
She's calling the current system broken.
The juvenile system, they're making the kids can go out there and do anything, and they don't get in no trouble. Even if you say, well, they might need services, you can do all that. You can try to do all them services and still.
Now, as she wonders how she'll protect her son.
I'm nervous right now. For a gun come to your face and they take your stuff, took your phone, all your information on there, that's something that a child should not even bury.
She also wonders what justice will look like for him.
Consequences, that's what I said. Consequences. You do something, you get rewarded. You do something good, you get rewarded. You do something bad, it's consequences.
Now, she also told me that another mom told her that her son was robbed near the school around the same time yesterday. We're working to confirm that with Baltimore police. Meanwhile, police say no arrests have been made. For now, we're live in Baltimore. Vincent Hill, Fox 45 News.
Jeez. Who was I arguing about this morning? That white women are the #1 pedophiles in the country. Was that Necroverse? Necroverse was arguing that on the earlier stream. And make sure you hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat, support the channel, guys. Let's see if we can get some support for this stream, man. See if we get some sponsors for this stream. And can somebody tell me if they can watch the show on the Ock Nation News website? Can somebody tell me if they're able to watch the show on the Ock Nation News website? Can somebody tell me?
A case moving forward against a former Plymouth teacher accused of sexually assaulting a student. TMJ4 Sheboygan County reporter Mackenzie Hamill was in court today. She has the latest.
The court will call State of Wisconsin versus Marcy Zimmerman. 43-year-old Marcy Zimmerman was arrested in August for having inappropriate contact with one of her students in 2023. Zimmerman was the culinary and food science instructor in the Plymouth School District. She's charged with sexual assault of a student by a school staff member, having intercourse with a child over 16, and exposing a child to harmful material. According to the criminal complaint, these interactions occurred over the phone and at Zimmerman's home in Fond du Lac County. The document also states that when police asked Zimmerman if she had a sexual relationship with the victim, Zimmerman responded, quote, "She came on to me," end quote. Students and parents were shocked at the news.
She was really nice. She helped me prep for the tests and stuff. And she was really good at teaching.
You never know who might be manipulating your children.
The Plymouth School District issued the following statement when she was arrested. Quote, "Upon learning of the arrest, the district immediately placed the employee on administrative leave. We take these allegations very seriously." Zimmerman requested a preliminary hearing on Tuesday. That's scheduled for the beginning of November. In Fond du Lac, Mackenzie Hamill, TMJ4 News.
I told you. I can do a story like that every day, man. Every day, white women are the #1 pedophiles, man. In the school system, it ain't even close.
Good evening. I'm Jessica Moore.
And I'm Christine Johnson, a grandmother demanding answers after her grandson was shot and killed by police in Jersey City.
Officials say the man opened fire on an officer who then fired back. Natalie Duddridge spoke with family members.
And they shot him down in the...
They demand answers. They demand answers.
Shot and killed by police in Jersey City.
Officials say the man opened fire on an officer who then fired back. Natalie Duddridge spoke with family members.
And they shot him down in the street and killed him and would not tell me what happened.
Heartbroken.
Well, they just said that he fired on them and they fired back. Is anyone able to watch the show on OckNationNews.com? Can someone tell me if they're able to access the show on OckNationNews.com? Because I'm looking at it on the website, but I wanted to know if people can watch it for free. If people who are signed up for the site can just watch the stream on OckNationNews.com. Anybody over there? Is anybody? Can anybody tell me that? She demands answers. She demanding answers. Well, baby, your grandson shot at the cops, they shot back.
Shot him down in the street and killed him and would not tell me what happened.
Heartbroken, Darshell Robinson identified the man killed in a police shooting as her grandson, 27-year-old Tashawn Rogers, a father who recently moved to Texas and was back in Jersey City visiting family.
He has a daughter, 6, and so she was at the house, but she don't know what happened to her dad.
She doesn't know how to break it to the child that her father is gone. Authorities say this was an officer-involved shooting that happened around 1 a.m. in the 300 block of Bergen Avenue.
All of it. 1 a.m. So he's back. He's back from Texas. He's packing a gun. Because Texas is, that's probably how he rolls anyway, even when he's not in Texas. It's 1 a.m. He's ripping and running. Damn. Poor little daughter, man.
Sudden I hear this pop, 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 pop. And I said, oh man, they didn't kill somebody else?
I just know somebody was laying on the ground right there, but I don't know where it started.
Jersey City's mayor says members of the street crimes unit saw someone acting suspiciously and noticed a bulge in his clothing believed to be a firearm. When officers approached, police say the individual opened fire on an officer who then returned fire, striking the suspect. He was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Police say a firearm was recovered at the scene.
I don't know what happened, but we're going to find out. Somebody got to answer. Because that shouldn't have happened to my grandson.
Investigators were in and out of this home where you can see bullet holes in the fence. The owner tells us he has no connection to the victim, only that his property was damaged and police are reviewing his surveillance video.
The case has now been turned over to the New Jersey Attorney General's office, which is required by the state when police are involved.
In Jersey City, Natalie Duddridge, CBS News, New York.
Carrollton police are also investigating the murder of a woman. Her boyfriend, believed to be the killer, is also dead after a standoff with police. Brianna Casto was found dead yesterday at a Carrollton apartment complex. Police tracked her boyfriend, Jamar Davis, to Van Alstyne, north of Collin County. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager has more on
that's the whitest looking Jamar ever, man. That's a glider, man. That's a glider, man. That's the whitest looking Jamar I ever seen in my life, man. See, that's a desert demon, man.
To Van Alstyne, north of Collin County. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager has more on this case tonight. Peyton.
Steve, and I spoke with the victim's family, the victim's father, and the victim's family says Brianna Casto's murder has left behind an emptiness. After Brianna was found on Monday, a manhunt was underway across North Texas. That manhunt ended early this morning. The front office at Carrollton's Keystone at Castle Hills apartment complex back open on Tuesday. A cleaning crew was seen leaving an apartment by the afternoon. Carrollton police say 24-year-old Brianna Casto was shot and killed inside her unit here Monday morning. Investigators identified her boyfriend, Jamar Davis, as the suspect, immediately tracking his cell phone. Early Tuesday morning, Davis's location pinged at the parking lot in Van Alstyne. Once Van Alstyne officers arrived on scene, Davis barricaded himself inside his vehicle.
SWAT was called in, they responded, and once they responded, crisis negotiators were able to make contact with him. They did keep communication with him for a while until he cut communication.
The standoff lasting more than 3 hours. Once SWAT moved in, investigators say Davis died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. No officers fired their weapons.
Everybody stayed calm and was able to contain the suspect in a certain place to keep him from being able to hurt anybody else.
Brianna Casto's family tells Fox 4 she lived and worked at the Carrollton apartment complex. The Casto family says on October 5th, Brianna called them in fear, claiming Davis assaulted her and took off. Carrollton police confirmed they came out to the complex, took a report, and eventually issued an arrest warrant for Davis. However, police say they were unable to locate Davis in the last 2 weeks, but at some point, Davis came back to the apartment.
She's not dead because she let him back in or he came back. She's dead because he shot her. And until we get really serious about holding accountable perpetrators of these domestic homicides, they're going to continue to happen.
CEO and founder of Genesis Women's Shelter, Jan Langbine, says this case, unfortunately, is another reminder how deadly domestic violence can be. Langbine with this message during Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
I hope you don't just say, wow, isn't that a shame? I hope we all stand up as a community and say, enough is enough of this, that there is help and there is hope, and it is never her fault.
Brianna Casto's father hopes that this story helps raise awareness. The family does not want to speak publicly at this time, but they do tell me that Brianna was described as a patient, kind, loving, and hardworking person. Steve?
All right, Peyton Yeager and Carrollton. Peyton, thank you.
Can someone tell me, please, if they can access the show on OckNation News .com? Can someone tell me that, please? I just did something to try to fix it. Because I'm able to watch it over there. I'm able to watch it over there. You can't do it, Crook? You can't watch it over there? Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? This is frustrating. I'm able to watch it over there. That's crazy. What the fuck is going on? I'm really frustrated, man. Man, Peyton Yeager fine though, right? On another note, Peyton Yeager is fine as fuck. On another note, Peyton Yeager is fine as fuck. Man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat, guys. Support the channel. Peyton Yeager.
Murder and criminal recklessness charges are filed in a deadly road rage shooting in Indianapolis. Prosecutors say this is the kind of violence that police are seeing far too often. News 8's Malia Van Ostrand reports. Malia.
Prosecutor Muir says that a driver became so mad after being honked at a green light that they followed another driver before opening fire. Now they are possibly facing decades in jail.
This is 23-year-old Deborah Benefiel, who was behind the wheel when prosecutors alleged that she followed the driver who honked at her, yelled and made gestures at him before pulling out a gun and shooting into his car, hitting him in the chest. The victim, 21-year-old Kentrell Settles, later died at the hospital.
To me, this case is just illustrates the challenge that we face. The person that we've charged with murder, this is her very first arrest. Her very first charge is going to be for murder.
The incident happened around 2 p.m. on October 17th at the area of West 38th Street and Georgetown Road. The victim was driving a gold Chevy Malibu. A witness described what he saw.
The driver was driving like very erratically, and but there was somebody else with a driver, like a lady. She was yelling, she was screaming, she was on the phone with the police, I guess. And after that, they just parked right there, and the police came right away.
After firing her gun, Benefiel drove her car away, but the passenger in the victim's car was able to provide police with a description. She was arrested the same day. As Officer Drew Brown sees it, surveillance technology played a huge factor in providing evidence for the case.
They used automatic license plate readers, as we mentioned, and just using various investigative techniques, these officers were able to put their skill sets together to identify a suspect and make a safe apprehension of that suspect and hold them accountable.
Benefiel could face between 45 to 65 years for her murder charge. Mears said.
Yo, this the Hombrita that smoked the YN, man. She did to a YN what YNs always do to other people. This is a crazy case, man. That YN got what? She turned the tables on the YN, man. She turned the tables.
65 years for her murder charge. Mears says this case of road rage is a little more unique than others.
That's not typically how these cases progress. Usually,
no shit. No shit. Usually it's the YN shooting the other person. Rosalinda said, shit. Not today. Rosalinda was like, she out YN the YN. Yeah, Rosalinda out YN the YN. Damn. Shit. Rosalinda like shit. God damn.
5 to 65 years for her murder charge. Mears says this case of road rage is a little more unique than others.
That's not typically how these cases progress. Usually you see more of an interaction. Usually you see multiple steps that kind of lead up or escalate to the point where gun violence is being used. That's not the allegation here at all.
And continue doing our part to drive down violence in the community, to hold those that are inflicting this sort of damage on families accountable. But we can't do this alone. We as a community have to look inward and do better.
Mears hopes this case serves as a reminder to think before you act and to remember there are much better ways to handle conflict than possibly taking a life.
She out YN the YN, man. She said, how do you like it? How do you feel coming up in the game? Coming up as a nigga in the cash game, living in the fast lane, for real. Let's see this, man.
Oh, Lord. When are y'all gonna learn? When are y'all gonna learn? So did y'all hear about the 23-year-old Deborah Benefiel in Indianapolis, Indiana? She was at a red light. The red light turned green. Somebody behind her blew the horn, telling her to go. The light is green. So she still didn't go. They drove around her. Guess what this bitch do? She followed them. Hollering, screaming, followed them. They tried to pull up into a parking lot. She followed them. Soon as they got ready to turn in the parking lot, guess what she did? Pew, pew. Shot through the car, and it traveled from the passenger side back seat into the driver's seat, hit the man in the back, and punctured his heart and his lungs. all because somebody blew the horn because the light turned green and Deborah's sitting at the light chilling. Now, again, like I be telling y'all, this is the third video I think I've posted about you just got to learn how to, you know what, fall back. The days that we used to live in to where you could knuck and buck, fist and wrist, that shit is gone. So the rest of this shit that's going on right now, how quick motherfuckers is to pull the trigger, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So that's why I be letting people know, like, just fall back. You got to know when to fall back and keep it moving. So they behind her, they just done blew the horn. Last guy, his last name Nettles, Nettles. This was Saturday in Indianapolis. He done lost his life, y'all, because he blew the fucking horn at somebody that was just sitting at the light and the light was green. I done did it. I do it all the time right now.
Yeah, I mean, she out YN'd him, man. She out YN the YN, man. Usually it go the other way. Usually it goes the other way.
Oh, Lord.
Usually it goes the other way. Damn. Wow. Oh, this is him? Trail settles. A son, an athlete, full of life. Oh, Kentrell was banging on them niggas. Kentrell had some hops, man. Man, got out YN, man. Got out YN, man. That's fucked up, man. Got out YN by a big fat Hombrita. That's sad, man. Damn, Kentrell, man. Damn, Kentrell. I feel bad for Kentrell, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. He probably was scared, man. He probably was like, damn, this bitch crazy. This bitch just like us. This bitch just like us. This bitch just like us, man. He said in the front of his girl, yeah. Yeah, he was trying to get away. He was running from that bitch. He was running from that Hombrita. He was running from that Hombrita, man. He was trying to get away, man. That Hombrita was like, nah, not so fast, my nigga. Get back over here. God dang. Jeez. Yeah, but that's why I was saying it's it usually don't go that way. It usually go the exact opposite. That's why, like, I know he was shocked. He probably was like shocked when the chick let him go around. And she started chasing him. I was like, yo, I know he was probably like, oh, what the fuck is going on? This is not how it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to go like this, man.
Tonight, a man is dead after a shooting near a coffee shop that Bentonville police say stemmed from a road rage incident.
And 4029 Chip Scarborough explains the violent chain of events and how people nearby are reacting.
Bentonville police swarmed the parking lot next to Kennedy Coffee Roasters on Monday afternoon, where a person was shot and later died. Those working nearby heard the gunshots.
It's a little weird just because, like, that's not, like, really, like, a big thing that happens, like, around here. And so it really, like, it scared me, you know, caught me off guard, just a lot of feelings.
The shooting happened near the corner of Southeast 14th Street and Moberly Lane. Officers describe it as a road rage incident that started as a verbal argument and later turned physical. Bentonville police say 29-year-old Daniel Davidson, a passenger in a vehicle, got out and ran towards another vehicle. Investigators say the driver of that car shot Davidson. The owner of the coffee shop saw it all play out on surveillance video, which he says he turned over to police.
It's hard for the customers that were inside, especially with how close it was, as well as my employees. I wasn't here to witness it, but from what I can tell, it was very hard to witness.
So the owner of the coffee shop says he watched as those two vehicles drove straight down this parking lot here, around this curve, and almost out of the parking lot where he says the shooting happened.
Of course, my staff is a little bit distressed, so I'll be making sure they get taken care of.
Bentonville police say the man who shot Davidson remained in the parking lot afterward and cooperated with detectives. Authorities say he was interviewed and then released, pending further investigation. Detectives are in the process of collecting and reviewing evidence. In Bentonville, Chip Scarborough, 4029 News.
Well, tonight, new developments in what is now a deadly shooting in broad daylight in Bentonville. The parents of the man shot tell us their son was shot multiple times during a road rage incident. Thanks for joining us here at 10 o'clock. I'm Allie Lynch.
And Doug Warner, police have confirmed for us the same, that this was a road rage situation that spilled over into a parking lot off a very busy Southwest 14th Street. As of tonight, the man who pulled the trigger has not been charged, and worth noting, inside the car of the man who was shot, his fiance and their 2-year-old child. KNWA's Dylan Nooner in studio with the late-breaking details in this tragic event. Dylan?
The parents of 29-year-old Daniel Davidson tell us their son died there in the parking lot in the arms of his fiance. They claim his son and fiance were threatened during the road rage incident. And tonight, Davidson's brother is still coming to grips with what happened.
His last words to me is, "I love you, and stay safe and be good." That was his last words yesterday over there at the park.
Those last words from Daniel Davidson were to his brother Jonathan Cohen less than 24 hours before he was killed.
Now, my niece has to grow up without a father, and I have to grow up the rest of my life without my brother, and my mom has to go without another son. And it's going to tear us apart.
Bentonville police confirmed for us the shooting happened after 2 altercations, a road rage incident in Bentonville that ended in the parking lot outside of Kennedy Coffee Roasters. The coffee shop owner, UB McCarr, details what his surveillance camera captured.
2 cars were flying through our parking lot, coming in one end, trying to get out the other end, and the person who apparently, to me, looked like was following the leading car started running towards the leading car.
According to Bentonville police, multiple shots were then fired from the driver of the first vehicle. McCarr then explains what he saw next.
Within just a couple of seconds, you could see him falling to the ground. And it looked like the person who shot just got out of the car immediately, sat down on the curb, I believe, and just tried to take everything in from what just happened.
Cohen says he believes his brother was just trying to protect his own family.
We were raised to always protect our own, to always love each other no matter what. Family always comes first. My brother was a great man, a great father, a loving brother.
Tonight, Bentonville police confirmed for us the person who pulled the trigger stayed on scene, cooperated with detectives, and interviewed, but again was released without being charged, pending the outcome of the investigation.
Wow. His brother, man. Malibu's most wanted and shit. Let's see if we get some people to take the $5 challenge, man. Are you enjoying tonight's show? Take the challenge. Take the pledge. Support the channel. Take the pledge. Support the channel. I'm working on these others. I'm working on so much stuff right now. I'm working on getting the website up and running. I have no idea what the fuck happened, man. Everything I try to do, that's so fucking hard. Mm. Bentonville.
So tonight here at 11, we've got a Pinellas Park couple relieved tonight after a naked man wielding an axe tried to break into their home. He's now behind bars. They were asleep just inside, a few steps away, had no idea what was really happening until they watched the security cameras the next day. Something told them they might want to check out those cameras. So Fox 13's Genevieve Curtis shares their story now and the warning they may have for other neighbors in their community.
The doorbell rang and then the motion light was on, so I answered the door and the guy's standing there. Naked.
An unwelcome sight on his doorstep, David Dale called the police as the naked man outside started tearing things up.
That pot there was inside on the front seat, so I've taped it up for now.
That man took off as police began to search.
They brought a dog, they brought the helicopter.
There was no sign of him that night until just down the block, Tim Reichman woke up.
And I see things are not right in the house, on the back porch. I go out back and the shed door's open, and then I look around the corner and the screen's off the window.
He checked his security cams.
Here's this creepy guy in the sliding glass door, naked, absolutely horrified.
This video tells a story that terrifies the Reichmans. They watched as he climbed over their fence.
You can see where they saw his blood and got his fingerprints.
Came up to their bedroom window 3 inches from where they slept.
He tries the door and then he starts pleasuring himself.
They watched him take the screen off their windows and try to open them.
And this is where he goes into our porch.
Standing in front of their sliding glass door.
Then he goes out, goes to our shed, opens the shed, gets an axe, comes around, comes back in the porch here.
Security video shows him hide in their shed and stay there for the next 2.5 hours before walking out the side gate. A week later, investigators say they arrested Joshua Neal Garrison, a relief for the Reichmans.
A couple of nights it was me sitting up, gun in my lap, which is not what you want to do.
They were alarmed to learn Garrison was released from jail just 2 days before the burglary spree.
He's obviously escalating, and he's dangerous in a sexual and violent way when he armed himself with the axe and came back into our porch.
Court records show he was sentenced on grand theft auto charges in July and scheduled to be in jail until December. It's unclear why he was let out early. So Tim made it a point to be at his bond hearing Wednesday.
I made sure I was in court to let the judge know, look, this is more than a simple burglary. It shows, simple burglary and burglary with a weapon, but there was a sexual and a violent component to this that needed to be expressed.
In Pinellas Park, Genevieve Curtis, Fox 13 News.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Wow. What can you do, man? What can you do? Let me see. Ugh.
Charged with killing 2 people in a fiery crash last Friday on a Houston highway, now out on bond. Ariel Perry Stewart is charged with intoxication manslaughter.
Now, she appeared before a judge this morning, accused in the crash that killed a young couple on the Katy Freeway. Troy Kless has more on what happened in court today. Troy?
2 families being brought together by a tragedy. Girlfriend and boyfriend, Bianca Romero and Christian Rangel, remembered by their siblings.
Cristian Rangel y su novia tenían muchos sueños, tenían su departamento.
Dreams that Bianca's sister Glendy says were just beginning.
And her plan right now was to open a coffee shop, and she was saving a lot of money because she wanted to open her own business. That was her dream, and she also wanted kids.
Friday morning, Romero's family was alerted from a Find My Location app that something was wrong.
Salieron de la iglesia, fueron al gimnasio y ocurrió esto. Es muy doloroso, pero nosotros tenemos la tranquilidad de poder decir que ellos son hijos de Dios, ellos amaban a Dios.
Ariel Perry Stewart, the driver accused of hitting the car carrying the 2, appeared before a judge Monday. She is charged with intoxication manslaughter, a first-degree felony.
Ma'am, is there anything you would like to say to the family?
And didn't answer questions, leaving the courtroom out on bond. Christian's brother with one wish in their pursuit of justice.
Y para esta persona, yo le puedo desear que conozca a Jesús, que se acerque a Dios. Las consecuencias en este mundo tiene que pagar sus consecuencias, tiene que pagar la forma en la que actuó.
This table where Bianca wanted to host Thanksgiving dinner with family will unfortunately have empty seats.
I feel very sad, very broken.
Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Whew. Oh, there was an officer-involved shooting in Detroit tonight.
All right, good evening. At approximately 9:42 p.m., we had an officer-involved shooting this evening. Officers from our gang intel unit conducted a traffic stop of a Malibu vehicle. The reason for the traffic stop was obscured license plates. As you all know, we've been doing heavy traffic enforcement along Gratiot based off of the high incidence of traffic accidents. The vehicle was stopped in the McDonald's drive-thru. There were 2 female occupants. In the front seat, there was a male occupant, 18 years of age, in the rear seat. The 2 females, or the female driver, consented to a vehicle search. When the officers removed the females from the vehicle, also they went to remove the male passenger from the vehicle. He resisted, became combative. Officers attempted to deploy their taser, unknown if it took effect, but I would say not. At that point, the male subject was able to break free, fled on foot, produced a handgun, which has been recovered. Officers fired, one officer fired, from what I'm being told, 1 shot, which took effect, hitting the male in the upper body. The male is in critical condition right now, has been transported to the hospital. My sincere prayers go out to his family, but definitely when you pull a weapon on a Detroit police officer or any officer, these are the types of things that happen. And so my officers were out here, as I said, in the area conducting traffic enforcement, and I'll take questions at this time.
You said 1 single shot, and that was just from an officer?
That's what I'm being told at this point, yes. I have also 1 shell casing recovered at the scene, along with the subject's semi-automatic handgun. Do I know the ages of who?
Of who was in the car and the male who was shot?
The male is 18 years old. The females, I don't have their ages.
And they remained on scene?
Yes, they're being fully cooperative with our investigators at this point.
You know the relation to the 18-year-old?
No, I don't. This is all preliminary, but we'll be able to update you all when we have that. But they're being interviewed right now.
Do you know where exactly the 18-year-old was shot around here in the neighborhood?
Yeah, he didn't get far. So he was. The traffic stop happened at the drive-through area, and he made it basically kitty corner to the front of the McDonald's. So this is Gratiot going northeast, so it will be southwest on the southwest corner of the McDonald's.
You mentioned he displayed the handgun. Did he point at officers for holding it in his hands? Like, you know what happened in that moment?
This is preliminary, and so our officers are being interviewed as well, but I can tell you that they feared for their life. He had been combative, and he produced a handgun. And so, of course, we have body-worn cameras, everything, and we're fully transparent when it comes to matters like this.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To a husband and father on the long road to recovery after he was shot.
Someone tell me now if you can access the show on the website. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I got a dummy account. Holy fuck. Jeez. Every time I try to get away from YouTube, it just keeps pulling me back.
Right outside his home during an attempted car theft.
Surveillance video shows the terrifying encounter in Redford Township near Marion and Joy Road earlier this month.
Justin Newsom was shot in the leg. As he recovers, his family is scrambling to raise funds to cover his medical bills.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wimbley is listening to Newsom and his family recalling those haunting moments.
That family is still reeling after that shooting. It all happened as the victim, Justin Newsom, spotted someone in his SUV as he was getting ready to head to work.
Get out of my car. That's basically what I was just doing.
Oh, I can't move.
Those 3 words were almost Justin's last. The 35-year-old husband and father gunned down in front of his home in Redford around 2:40 a.m. Sunday, October 5th.
They just took off running and I heard gunshots.
And then felt pain. Newsom was struck in the leg. His wife, Elena, and mother-in-law, Ira Marie Johnson, shaken to their core.
He's just screaming at us for help, to help him. He's telling us he's been shot, and I'm just screaming the whole time. My mom's like, you have to calm down.
But soon after, the 3 say the suspects doubled back, firing at the house again.
So my mom grabs my...
Holy shit. Yo, you can have civilization or you can have them. It's really that simple, man. It's really that simple, man. They doubled back. They just shot some guy. They tried to peep the scenario. Some YNs break into somebody's car, try to steal it. He comes out, sees them, confronts them. They shoot him. They flee. They're so unafraid of consequences that they double back shortly after and shoot up the house. On foot. Listen, America, you don't have to live like this. You don't have to live like this. You don't have to live like this. You people are choosing to live like this. Because at this point, man, and make sure you take the challenge. Take the challenge. Let's see if we get 10 people right now to take the challenge strong. Let's see if we get 10 people to take the pledge strong and support the channel. Let's see if we get 10 people to take this pledge strong and support the channel in some way, shape, or form. People are choosing to live like this because you don't have to live like this anymore. Trump has stepped up and said, "Hey, man, if you don't want to live like this, just holler at me." And what do these people do? No Kings protest. A no Kings protest. These people are choosing to live like this. These people are choosing to live like this. You don't have to live like this. In 2022, 2021, 2020, yes, you had to live like this. You did have to live like this. 2023, you had to live like this. I get you. In 2025, you have an option. You don't have to live like this. Shout out to Raul, man. Raul Rodriguez, man. Good morning to you too, bro.
A long road to recovery after he was shot right outside his home during an attempted car theft.
Surveillance video shows the terrifying encounter in Redford Township near Marion and Joy Road earlier this month.
Justin Newsom was shot in the leg. As he recovers, his family is scrambling to raise funds to cover his medical bills.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley is listening to Newsom and his family recalling those haunting moments.
That family is still reeling after that shooting. It all happened as the victim, Justin Newsom, spotted someone in his SUV as he was getting ready to head to work.
Get out my car. That's basically what I was just doing.
Oh, I can't move. Those 3 words were almost Justin's last. The 35-year-old husband and father gunned down in front of his home in Redford around 2:40 a.m. Sunday, October 5th.
They just took off running and I heard gunshots.
And then felt pain. Newsom was struck in the leg. His wife, Elena, and mother-in-law, Ira Marie Johnson, shaken to their core.
He's just screaming at us for help, to help him. He's telling us he's been shot, and I'm just screaming the whole time. And my mom's like, "You have to calm down."
But soon after, the 3 say the suspects doubled back, firing at the house again.
So my mom grabs my daughter, take her to the ground. I go in my son's room, grab him, take him to the ground.
Ira Marie tried to get Justin to a hospital after loading him into the backseat of her vehicle, but she did not get far.
My car, I didn't know it had been shot. It never occurred to me. I got around the corner trying to get to the hospital, and my hood just started smoking so bad I thought it was on fire.
The ordeal has left the family traumatized, including their 5-year-old daughter, who happened to be awake when it all went down.
When the police found her in the bedroom, she was in the corner shaking.
The shooting shattered Justin's femur. He underwent surgery to have it replaced with a rod. His family started a fundraiser to help cover medical costs and other household expenses. Justin is unable to work his job at an Amazon distribution center. The family down to 1 income.
He did so much. I mean, we knew it and we appreciated it, but I don't think we really realized how much he did every day until this happened.
We reached out to Redford Police.
Boy, too often women don't appreciate men. I'm glad she finally realized that shit. Especially the mother. When the mother's in the picture, especially when her mother's in the picture, he need to be doing this and he need to be doing that. You need some help, girl. He ain't helping you with nothing. Now his ass got shot and he can't work, and now we didn't realize how much he did. Women are awful. Women are awful. Press 1.
Amazon distribution center, the family down to one income.
He did so much. I mean, we knew it and we appreciated it, but I don't think we really realized how much he did every day until this happened.
We reached out to Redford police for any information on their investigation, but have not yet heard back. As for the suspects,
They were 15 years old. They initially caught 2 of the people a couple days later, and then I did speak with one of the detectives, and he did say that they caught all of them.
Justin is expected to recover in 3 to 6 months. In Redford, Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
All right, thank you so much, Randy.
New at 5, a family traumatized when police busted through their front door in the middle of the night, guns drawn.
That family reached out to 7 News Detroit after they said Detroit police executed a search warrant on the wrong home.
Well, they tell us they were there, children in the home at the time, including a baby. 7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley listening to their story and getting answers from Detroit police.
We have kids in the house.
Chilling moments for a Detroit family late Sunday night as police execute a search warrant at their home for a man on the run.
We got kids in here.
Then all of a sudden we...
Bitch, that ain't the way you handle it. Combative, you don't handle it combatively, man. These are the cards you've been dealt. This is the thing about black people, right? You've been dealt a fucked up hand. I've had this happen to me before. Right on 8th and H, 811 8th Street, Northeast Washington, D.C. I've had this happen to me before. Both wrongfully and rightfully. I've spoken about this several occasions on the show. It's a terrible hand. It's an awful hand that you've been dealt. Someone's raiding your house and they got the wrong address, or the person they're looking for doesn't live there. In my case, the person who they were looking for did not live there. It had never lived there, ever. But you got a bad hand. Now you got to play that bad hand. Press 1. You have to play that bad hand. Niggas want to argue their way out of the bad hand. No, you got to play that bad hand and then live to fucking play another hand. You can't just argue your way out of the bad hand. It's happening. You're like, all right, fuck it. Whatever these niggas with these guns, whatever these armed force officers with guns pointed at my head say do, I'm going to do it and shut the fuck up. I ain't going to roll up arguing with them. Support the channel. Take the challenge. Take the challenge, man. Take the challenge, man. Support the channel, guys. We're trying to get you. I'm doing 2 things at one time. I'm working on the website and I'm doing the show at 2 things at one time. If you'd like to come up, the link is in the description box, man. If you'd like to come up, link is in the description box.
New at 5, a family traumatized when police busted through their front door in the middle of the night, guns drawn.
That family reached out to 7 News Detroit after they said Detroit police executed a search warrant on the wrong home.
Well, they tell us they were there, children in the home at the time, including a baby. 7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wimbley listening to their story and getting answers from Detroit police.
We have kids in the house.
Chilling moments for a Detroit family late Sunday night as police execute a search warrant at their home for a man on the run.
We got kids in here.
Then all of a sudden we saw lights through the window. And then all of a sudden we heard boom, boom, boom.
That's the baby mama before the record deal. That's the baby mama before the record deal. That's the baby mama before you get drafted. Press 1. That's the baby mama the rappers try to hide. All the rappers try to hide this baby mama. Yeah, man, I only fuck with baddies, man. I don't want no mediocre. I only fuck with baddies, man. I'm looking for a bad bitch, man. Only fuck with bad bitches. This is the baby mama before the record deal.
The run.
We got kids in here.
Then all of a sudden we saw lights through the window. And then all of a sudden we heard boom, boom, boom. Police, open the effing door.
Brittany Weaver, her fiance Javon Hodge Johnson, and their children ordered.
Hey, she about to get married, though. That nigga put a ring on it. Go ahead, Javante. Javante said, shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. That mac and cheese good as a motherfucker. That mac and cheese on 1,000.
And then all of a sudden we heard boom, boom, boom. Police, open the effing door.
Brittany Weaver, her fiance Javon Hodge Johnson, and their children ordered out of the house at gunpoint.
They told me first, if you move, I'ma shoot you, with a shotgun pointed straight at me. Oh.
Yeah. Right. They don't know. See, this is the thing about it, man. This is the thing black people don't understand. We not critical think. We can't think in 3D, right? Even afterwards. Like, I can get not understanding this in real time, right? I can get understanding this point and not understanding this point in real time. But after you've had time to reflect, you should be able to understand this one point. They didn't know they were at the wrong house. Press 1. If they knew they were at the wrong house, they wouldn't have kicked in the door. Press 1. You can't, niggas are not, that's why I say you have to have civilization or you have niggas. You have to choose one. You have to choose one. Niggas or civilization. And I know you're like, what this is a fucked up situation. It is. But the fact that niggas, and maybe these niggas understand, but the average nigga that's watching this won't understand that simple fact that at that moment, they didn't know that they were at the wrong house. In their mind, this is the house. Now, later on, when they learned that it wasn't the house, you know, the damage had already been done. They'd already woken you up and dragged you out of your house at gunpoint in the middle of the night. The damage had already been done. Yeah, you got a lawsuit here. You actually have a lawsuit here where they're going to settle this one. They'll settle this one, you know. You actually have a lawsuit.
Along with other hand weapons.
It's scary. So my son is shooken up. My daughter, she didn't stop crying. And like, I barely could sleep because I was scared. Every little noise is just like, who out there?
A spokesperson for DPD says they understand why the family would be shaken up, but officers had a legal warrant signed by a judge to search the house for a suspect wanted in a non-fatal shooting. Police say Brittany and Javon's home was the suspect's last known address.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it wasn't the wrong house. It wasn't the wrong house. It was okay.
As they understand why the family would be shaken up, but officers had a legal warrant signed by a judge to search the house for a suspect wanted in a non-fatal shooting. Police say Brittany and Javon's home was the suspect's last known address. The couple says officers told them they've been watching the house since 2022. But Brittany and Javon say they just moved in about 2 weeks ago. And before that...
So I contacted my landlord, and he's basically like, the house has been vacant for quite a while. The last tenant was an elderly lady.
Brittany and Javon say they don't know who officers are looking for. There was no name listed on the search warrant.
They didn't give me no description of the male or his name whatsoever. They just said that he's highly dangerous.
They're terrified. Officers come with their guns out. Totally understand why the officers did, because they didn't open the door right away. You don't know what you're going into.
We talked with retired Detroit Deputy Police Chief Steve Dolan for his take on the situation.
The question is, why were they there? Was there enough information to believe that the fruits of the crime or the suspect were in the location? Sounds like he hasn't been there in a while, even though that's his last known address, because they're saying the house has been vacant.
Yeah, that family now considering legal action against the city for what happened here. But in the meantime, they are hoping and praying DPD finds the man they're looking for. On the city's west side, I'm Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
All right, Randy, thank you.
New at 10, we are now learning at about 3 teens who were shot at a Racine Community Center, and then minutes later, one of the suspects was involved in a shots fired incident nearby.
Fox 6's Rhea Jones spoke with the woman who was caught in the crossfire with her children. She's in the studio with us tonight. Rhea?
Ted, Mary, this is the first arrest in connection to the Tyler Domer Community Center shooting last Thursday. Now, a criminal complaint says a suspect in that shooting ran away from the scene when someone else went after him. Bullets hitting a car and garage as that suspect asked a young mother for help. A suspected shooter finds himself on the other end of the barrel.
He looked like he was scared.
The woman you hear doesn't wish to be identified. Last week, she was startled when the aftermath of a triple shooting landed in her alley.
My kids, I put them in the car. I'm throwing the trash away. As I'm throwing the trash away, I hear help. but I don't see anyone.
According to this criminal complaint, officers reviewed surveillance footage from a shooting at Tyler Domer Community Center that injured 3 teens Thursday evening. Detectives say video shows one of the suspected shooters, referred to as JB in the complaint, and wearing an orange sweatshirt, start to argue with someone, shoot a person, then run away.
I rolled down my window. I'm like, what are you doing? What's wrong? And he's like, oh, can you help me? I just been shot. I'm like, well, I have my kids in the car, so I don't really want to let you in because someone could be following you.
And her instincts were right. Officers say 70-year-old Zaytovian Harrington chased after the person referred to as JB, firing shots towards him and the woman. Her kids, ages 5 and 6, were in the back seat.
I started hearing shots towards my car, and I just hurry up, reversed, and got from back there.
She was able to get away safely. Police found Harrington and a gun in nearby bushes. Officers say he became irate, blurting out he was, quote, getting chased for no reason, and, quote, it wasn't me.
I was just scared.
Harrington is facing a weapons charge and 4 counts of recklessly endangering safety. Tonight, police tell me no arrests have been made in the shooting of the 3 teens at the community center. Mary, Ted.
Mm, mm, mm.
16-year-old boy is dead and 2 other teenagers are hurt after a shooting. Milwaukee police say all this happened just after 10 o'clock last night near 79th and Hampton.
Today, the new director of community wellness and safety denouncing the violence and sharing some of the efforts his office is making. April Preciado joining us live with what he had to say today. April?
That's right. So Adam Purcell, once convicted for gang-related homicide, now works to help prevent similar crimes from happening. He tells us today it's going to take a lot of work from different sectors in order to help stop the violence.
It's sad. I mean, at the end of the day, when anybody gets shot, it's a terrible thing.
It's a sentiment shared across the city after a violent few days in Milwaukee.
Literally every time I hear a siren, I'm like, was that somebody who just got shot? We have to find a way to resolve arguments without violence.
Over the weekend, 5 people died in 3 separate shootings. Monday night, a 16-year-old boy was shot and killed, identified by the medical examiner's office as Marquise Champion. 2 other teenagers were also hurt at the shooting near 79th and Hampton.
I think our city is in trouble. I don't know that we fully grasp how deep it goes.
Tackling violence is a top priority for Adam Purcell. He's the city's director of the Community Wellness and Safety Office. It's only been a few months since he was named to the role in August, but Purcell says he's already working to crack down on crime, especially as violent crime shows an uptick. Milwaukee police data shows an increase in homicides, 120 so far this year compared to 110 this time in 2024.
You'll hear so many shootings will happen, and what are you doing about it? It's like, man, if you only saw.
During an event Tuesday at Marquette University Law School, Purcell offered some methods his office will use to curb violence, including early childhood intervention and conflict resolution aimed at retaliatory violence.
We have to find a way to help those who have been impacted get through it, not hurt somebody else, because again, data shows hurt people from a younger age.
And Purcell tells us there are many active community organizations that are working to help prevent this type of violence in the area. But he also adds that it is important to work together as a community and also as parents to hold your children accountable as an effective way to help put an end to this. Reporting live, Abril Preciado, Fox 6 News.
Abril, thank you.
All that shit gonna amount to nothing. A bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing. Wow.
Fast! Get down! Dogs on the bike. Let me see your hands! Down! Get down right now!
Well, that is the moment North Las Vegas police took down a man they say is responsible for a valley-wide shooting spree. The department just releasing that video about an hour ago after the 80s investigators found out about this man's arrest. Documents we obtained today reveal police suspect that person shot a 13-year-old walking home from school, several North Las Vegas police buildings, Las Vegas casinos, and several homes. 36-year-old Hector Rodriguez is behind what detectives are calling a shooting spree. That spree, including this building, the North Las Vegas Police Department's Traffic Bureau. It was shot 3 times last month and no one was hurt in those shootings. Now, after that building was shot for the 3rd time, a 13-year-old walking home from school was shot near Tropical Parkway in Pecos. Police asked for help finding a car involved in that shooting 5 days later, but never actually said the victim was a child. Now, that child survived, and at the time, police called it random. We've now learned police actually arrested Rodriguez in late September, but they only announced it after we first reported it online today. Documents we obtained revealing the gun police confiscated from him is now connected to shootings at the Clark County Family Court, the North Las Vegas VA, the Wynn, and Mandalay Bay. Now, that shooting may be, you might remember it, we're showing you the W here, because that building is where Metro Police say someone shot at in mid-September, shattering windows, and someone on the other side was hurt. Detectives now believe Rodriguez is connected to all of these shootings. His criminal case is now paused as he undergoes a competency hearing, meaning he may not understand the charges against him. He's not expected in court until next month.
Yeah, man. It's also, it leaves you speechless, man. It leaves you speechless. It leaves you speechless. It leaves you speechless, man. It does, man. I'm rarely speechless, man. But I'm speechless on that one. On these last couple words, man. It's you can either have civilization or you can have sons. Pick one.
New developments now on a horrific hit-and-run crash.
Police say a woman was crossing a busy street when she was hit so violently it threw her into oncoming traffic, where she was hit by a second car.
Sadly, that woman died, and now police have identified the driver. Everywhere at 5, Brittany Weir reports from Canton.
Yes, the corner here of Tuscarawas and Arlington Avenue is where police say 45-year-old Erica Wynn was crossing the street when she was hit by a car and sadly killed just 2 weeks ago. They say several people stopped to call 911 for help, except for the driver of that car, Kalia Woody.
911, where is the emergency?
On Tusk, right in front of Altman Hospital, in front of Hungry Howie's. Some lady just got hit by a car.
This is one of the frantic calls that Canton police received on September 26, just before 2:30 p.m. Several people reporting that a woman had been hit by a car.
A car came by. We don't know who hit her. She's laying in the street, and one woman said she's not breathing.
Police say 45-year-old Erica Wynn was walking northbound across Tuscarawas Street West when she was hit by a Jeep Grand Cherokee and thrown into the westbound lane, where she was then struck again by a Honda Civic.
A woman got hit by a car, and she flew in front of my car.
Erica was taken to the hospital, but later died. The driver of the second car called police and stayed on scene.
She was running across the street, and somebody in the opposite lane hit her, and then she flew towards my car and hit my car.
However, police say the first driver, 31-year-old Kaylee Woody, sped off.
It was a Jeep SUV. I don't know if it kept going. I see her laying in the middle of the street.
Police found the SUV, but there has been no sign of Woody. She's now charged with leaving the scene of an accident. We took a closer look at her criminal past. Just this year, Woody was charged with driving with an expired license, having a weapons under disability, disorderly conduct, and 2 accidents. Past. Woody was charged.
Jesus Christ. You can have civilization or you can have them. This is broken windows policing. I'm noticing, which it probably wouldn't, it probably doesn't like help my street cred by noticing this. But I have noticed this. When a person has a bunch of driver's violations, a bunch of tickets, a bunch of reckless driving, a bunch of citations for the way they drive, eventually they're going to strike gold. They're going to cash in. They're going to kill somebody. No doubt in my mind. It's just like when the criminal has 35 arrests, he eventually kills somebody. These proto-humans running around with 13, 14, 15 traffic stops, don't got no cash in, no nothing. You're just gonna they're just ticking time bombs, man. This one was a ticking time bomb. She was a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, well, Fred Amir Jones's attorney tells us the family who lost 2 in that mass shooting have had a very difficult year. Now, today in court, they brought in one witness, a homicide detective, who walked us through a compilation of surveillance video of that shooting. Now, Amir's attorney tells me that he's remaining confident that it won't be enough to prove that Amir is responsible for those 3 homicides.
There's a tragic loss in their family, and there's also another brother whose life is at risk also.
Amir Jones on the hook for the murder of his 2 brothers and a friend during a block party mass shooting last year. The family not willing to talk to us this morning. It was this ring camera video that was a focal point in today's preliminary hearing, which shows how the shooting in July of 2024 in the Carroll Park section of West Philadelphia unfolded during a block party. This video, defense attorney David Nenner says, proves that his client did not shoot his brothers Akil and Rashid Jones and their friend 23-year-old Zakai Robinson. What was your client trying to do that night?
My client was trying to save his brother. You can clearly see from the video that Mr. Schultz was attempting to shoot Akil Jones, who's my client's older brother. And you can clearly see my client trying to wrestle the gun away.
In the video, the defense and prosecutors say what prompted the mass shooting was an argument between Akil Jones and Tahar Schultz, who was also injured and is facing murder charges. This video shows a tussle break out, Amir in the white shirt and Robinson in the black shirt jumping in to stop it, then gunshots. In a slowed down version provided by the defense, they argue it showed who opened fire on Robinson. Defense also claims it was a separate shooter seen behind this van who fired several shots that could have struck and killed Akil Jones.
The bottom line is that I think at the end of the day, the truth will come out. And the person who was shooting 7 times behind the van, no one knows who he is.
Defense attorney David Nenner says at no point in the video does it show his client aiming or shooting at Akil Robinson or Rashid, who was later found shot to death in an alley. Prosecutors arguing it puts Jones at the scene of the crime.
Ultimately, I think he'll be vindicated of the 3 homicides and also the shootings of these individuals, because clearly they weren't in shot of, or at least I don't know if they were in shot of where my client was.
Now we're also told that Amir Jones is expected back here in court for an arraignment on November 12th. Here in Center City, Yukari Nakayama, NBC 10 News.
I'm not snoozing. I'm just thinking. I am not snoozing. I'm thinking about this shit. This shit is crazy, man. You can't have, it's frustrating when you can't have society with black people, man. You can't have society with black people, man. Let me just show you this video from earlier. I'm going to look for this video from earlier, man. Let me see if I can find it, man. Let me see if I can find this video from earlier, man. We covered this at the live stream earlier, man. Let me see if I can. This is for people who no, not that one. Not that one. This one's bad. This one was bad, but it's not this one. This one was bad though. This was bad.
Shots fired on the turnpike ends with one person dead. A driver was killed in what may have been a road rage shooting on Florida's turnpike.
The shooter still out there. Let's get to NBC6's Ari Adzer joining us now with the latest on the investigation. Ari?
Well, Jackie, somebody shooting somebody on the turnpike, on the highway. It's the kind of thing that happens in movies all the time, but this is real life, and it's tragic. It happened at about 7:30 last night in the northbound lanes of the turnpike, not far from where I'm standing right now, south of Hard Rock Stadium, and Miami-Dade Sheriff's detectives are still looking for the shooter. They have identified the victim as 25-year-old Kendrick Lassen, who lives in South Carolina. These are pictures from his Facebook page. According to the Highway Patrol and the Sheriff's Office, it was a car-to-car shooting, with someone firing from one vehicle, killing Lassen, who was driving a silver Hyundai, and then he crashed his car into a black Cadillac SUV. The northbound lanes were shut down for 6 hours as crime scene technicians did their work looking for evidence. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says they do not have a description of the car from which the shooter fired. Now, of course, in any homicide investigation, identifying the victim is a big first step. And in this case, Miami-Dade Sheriff's detectives say an off-duty police officer happened to see the silver Hyundai swerving and then crash into the black SUV. He stopped to render aid. A passenger got out and said that the driver had been shot and killed. But at this point, they don't have, as I said, a description of the vehicle where the shooter was. They're still looking for, obviously, the person who did this. It might have been a road rage incident, they think. So they're asking the public, if you're out here driving on the turnpike last night, maybe you saw some of this go down, please call Crime Stoppers, because anything you saw could help them find the guy who did this. We're live in Miami Gardens. Ari Adzer, NBC6 News.
Now at 10, the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office. Family of a young man who was shot and killed on the Florida Turnpike over the weekend.
Loved ones are pleading with anyone with information to come forward as the search for the suspect continues. Local 10's Byron Tollefson is live in Miami Gardens tonight with the latest details. Byron.
This was just a young man's life. Killed at the age of 25, shot and killed on Florida's Turnpike. Family just asking whoever did this to come forward.
And that's what I'm going to play in my mind, to keep me going.
Tamara Reagan will never forget her nephew's last words to her.
Say, Auntie, in this country voice. I need a little something for my pockets. I need to take care of some things.
It's only been a day now since her nephew, 25-year-old Kendrick Lassane, was shot and killed while driving on Florida's Turnpike. His family says he was going with his cousin to South Carolina to visit his mom. He planned on stopping in Pembroke Pines to pick up his luggage, but he never made it there.
It was devastating.
Around 7:30 Sunday night on the Turnpike's northbound lanes near Northwest 199th Street, an off-duty police sergeant saw a silver Hyundai driving erratically and then suddenly crashing into another car. The Hyundai's driver, Lassane, had been shot. Investigators are still looking for whoever killed Lassane. They believe the shooting was likely caused by road rage.
Senseless acts like this can be avoided. They should be avoided at all costs.
Lassane worked at Port Miami with his grandfather. His family says his smile was contagious.
Then his dimples pop out. It made him the type of person you couldn't resist.
They just want whoever did this to him to come forward.
We just want to be at peace with this right now.
Whoever did this, I'm just asking, turn yourself in. Imagine if it was your family member.
Family and police also asking any witnesses to come forward with anything that they know. Live in Miami Gardens, Byron Tollefson, Local 10.
I'm looking for that one that we did earlier. Here it is, right here. Yo, listen.
All new at 6, a frightening road rage incident turns violent.
Listen, guys. Listen, guys. Everybody, I want y'all to listen to me. I want y'all to hold off until the video's over. You can either have blacks or you can have civilization. If you agree with that, I want you to press 1 when the video's over. I want you to press 1 when the video's over. If you agree with it, don't press it now. Press 2 if you still think there's hope. Because there still may be hope. There still may be hope. But at the end of this video, I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to play it straight through. Press 1 or 2 to the question. You can either have blacks or you can have civilization.
All new at 6, a frightening road rage incident turns violent.
It really does. We came over here to show you this. Watch as one driver right here, look at that, right there, starts just throwing punches, kicks the other guy, and even at one point just shatters his phone. This keeps on going. Channel 2's Michael Seiden, live now in Sandy Springs for us. And Michael, the victim told you he's working with detectives now to try and track down the guy we saw in that video.
And George, right now we're getting an update. In the last hour, we know that Sandy Springs police have issued a warrant for that man that you see there just pummeling that other guy on video. In fact, we know it all took place in the parking garage right over there where those condos are. Tonight, the victim who had just pulled into that parking garage is sharing his frightening story. This is the moment a road rage incident in Sandy Springs turned violent.
I took several blows to the head here. I took one here, and I got a nice kick here when I got thrown to the ground.
Justin Thompson says it happened around 8:40 Tuesday night inside the parking garage at Park Towers off Hammond Drive. Surveillance cameras show a red Corvette running a stop sign.
And I speak, whoa! And he halts, he blocks it so I can't go any further. He gets out of his car, and so I get out of my car.
Thompson says the driver wasted no time getting physical, landing several punches before kicking him to the ground.
Honestly, just get away from me. Go home. I said that several times, like, just go. Just go.
He says the man started to walk away, but turned back after seeing Thompson reach for his phone to call 911. That's when he says the attack escalated. Thompson blacked out. When he came to, the suspect had smashed his phone, making it impossible to call for help.
I can't process that. I just couldn't think of being able to get that angry over nothing.
Tonight, Sandy Springs police confirmed they've issued arrest warrants for this suspect.
I just want him to catch him so he doesn't do it to somebody else.
Yeah, and again, I've been reaching out to Sandy Springs Police trying to get a name, find out more about the charges. But again, all they've confirmed at this hour is that arrest warrants have been issued. As soon as the arrest is made, we will let you know. For now, we're live in Sandy Springs. Michael Seiden.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What's your what do you guys think? I mean, he ran the stop sign. The guy wasn't even close to him. He ran the stop sign, and the guy's hit his brakes 5 feet from hitting him. What could that guy have done? What could that guy have done to avoid this? What could he have done to avoid this? He's coming into the parking deck. Some goddamn proto-human in a goddamn 2,000-pound machine runs the light. He stops. He hits the brakes. They don't even come close to colliding. And the guy still gets out and tries to beat him to death. Like, it was, I couldn't even understand if they had hit, because a fender bender isn't worth that. But look how far away they are. What more could that guy have done? Why couldn't the Negro just keep on driving? You already ran the stop sign. He stopped, let you go by. So you're gonna get out and beat the shit out of him? Stay in your car. That's the advice? You really think that would have changed anything?
And says it happened around 8:40 Tuesday night inside the parking garage at Park Towers off Hammond Drive. Surveillance cameras show a red Corvette running a stop sign.
And I speak, whoa. And he halts, he blocks it so I can't go any further. He gets out of his car, and so I get out of my car.
Thompson says the driver wasted no time getting physical, landing several punches before kicking him to the ground.
Honestly, just get away from me. Go home. And I said that several times, like, just go. Just.
Yeah, he blocked him so the man couldn't even leave. It's a bleak outlook, man. The outlook on this situation is bleak. You got people fighting against Trump is trying to do something about this shit, and you got people fighting against him, tooth and nail. Wow. You said the mistake was getting out of the car. I just don't. I think that, like someone hops out of their car, he instant, like you don't have long to react, man.
He halts, he blocks it so I can't go any further. He gets out of his car, and so I get out of my car.
Thompson says the driver wasted no time getting physical, landing several punches before kicking him to the ground.
Honestly, just get away from me. Go home. I said that several times, like, just go. Just go.
He says the man started to walk away, but turned back after seeing Thompson reach for his phone to call 911. That's when he says the attack escalated. Thompson blacked out. When he came to, the suspect had smashed his phone, making it impossible to call for help.
I can't process that. I just couldn't think of being able to get that angry over nothing.
Tonight, Sandy Springs police confirmed they've issued arrest warrants for this.
Yeah, that was a bigger mistake, telling the guy to just go. I mean, you can't. Like, what can you do in these situations? Sons put you in a situation like there's nothing you can really do in this situation. Imagine if that son had a gun. He just killed that guy. He just killed him. If he had a gun, he would have just shot that guy and kept driving on. And the thing that's you're dealing with a guy that this guy can go do 35 years in prison, right? That guy can go. This guy can't. This guy can't go do 35 years in prison. It's not a fair battle. They're not on equal footing. This guy can't go. This guy can't go do 35 years in prison and just be fine with it. He'll kill himself. This guy would kill himself if he had to do 35 years in prison. The son, man, like almost literally nothing would change about his life other than the fact that he would have to probably become a faggot. He would just switch over to being a faggot. He'd still probably be a gangbanger, hothead, in the penitentiary, tough guy. But no girls. He would just be fucking trannies and shit. But other than that, like his life would pretty much be the same. There's very little fall off from this son's life on the street to being in prison. There's very little fall off. Yeah, man. Great show, guys. I'm working on the website. I don't know what happened with the website tonight. I don't know why I was not able to send you guys over there the last 2 nights. I'm very frustrated about that. But I want to try to fix that tomorrow, man. I had a lot to do tomorrow, man. Thank you guys for showing up, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hit the like button and sharing the videos. Thank you for that, man. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here.